Holly Rey!
Hey. I got offered my first deal when I was 14.
What?
So, yeah.
But like at 14, what are you writing about?
As one we make a difference, as one we change the world.
Very excited for our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 2, and I must be honest with you, like I've been wanting to chat to our next guest for a very long time now and find out more about her story. So without further ado, it is none other than Holly Rey!
Hey, it's Holly Rey.
I'm hoping they're gonna like add the in just to give it a little bit more.
Something, yeah. I'm a musician, so I need that extra, like something.
Exactly. Like I was surprised, you know, because they showed me what your list of requirements were.
Oh.
And they were like, no, she needs smoke behind her, and she needs like this illuminated sign lights with her name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
like
glad.
Like the Hollywood sign, but it has to say Holly Rey.
You see what I'm saying?
Instead of Hollywood, yeah.
Okay.
You guys didn't really meet my requirements though, because there's no Holly Rey sign.
Got it. You know, we're just hidden it for now. It's like there's anticipation now for the people who are watching this, you know? How are you? Let's start there.
I'm good. People always ask, like, after COVID, how has COVID been for you? And I mean, it's been difficult not being able to perform and not being able to, like, find the same sources of inspiration that we usually find as artists. But it's also really pushed me to become a businesswoman and focus on that aspect of my career. So it's been good in some ways as well.
Nice. What area of business are you in? Like full on crunching numbers and learning that side of things?
I'm an independent artist. So and a creative. So I have to run the business. I have to keep everything going. So I've really been able to tap into, the royalty side and actually understand it better rather than just like making music, putting it out there and then like, where's my money? Like I understand everything much better now. I've actually been looking at getting on some of the boards of different collection societies that represent artists. I think we need younger female voices on those boards, not just like old dudes who are like ready to retire. So that's kind of like what I've been looking at. And then I started a production company and produced a TV series with my little sister.
Get bacon!
I think a lot of creatives just like found other avenues, and it's so nice to hear these kinds of stories, where the little things that you worked on just for fun, to keep yourself going, have now become full on, big scale productions. That's very nice.
I'm falling deeper to your love.
Holly Rey is not your actual name.
It's not.
What is your actual name?
Holly is my name.
Okay, Holly is your name.
So that's like my VIN number. That's on my ID.
Is it just Holly or is it Holly?
It's Holly, and then my surname is Wasserfall.
Wasserfall.
Well, it's German, so like they say Wasserfall.
So like waterfall in German.
It means waterfall.
Oh, really? It does?
Yeah, it does.
Wasserfall.
I don't say it like that though. I'll be like, hi, I'm Holly Wasserfall.
Holly Wasserfall.
And Germans are like Wasserfall. And I'm like, Wasserfall.
You're German?
I mean, like my ancestors, German, Jewish.
Damn, okay. Wait, okay, so then where does the Rey fit in?
I wish I had a cool story.
But
I just think it sounds cool. Like Holly Rey.
But now it could have been
like a
anything.
Star.
Like it could have been Holly Plant. It could have been Holly Leopard Print.
It could have.
With like Rey. Surely Rey came.
And also like I spelt it differently because like I'm gonna be so artistic.
Oh, so it was like Rey of Light, one of those.
Yeah. And like no one spells it right. So I just
Do they still say R-A-Y?
I just shot myself in the foot.
It could have been something beautiful.
Have you always been into music?
Always. I was actually having a conversation with my grandmother the other day, and I was like, what did you think I was going to be when I was a kid? Because I was raised by a single mom, so raised by my mom and my gran. My gran was like, you were always making noise. Always making noise. Like you were banging on something, you had a tambourine, so she always knew like there would be something in music for me.
That's...
So I think I did always know that I would do something with music.
And always singing, or do you play any instruments?
I do. I play lots of instruments. I play the guitar. I studied music on the drums. I play the marimba. I play a bit of keys. I actually play a bit of marimba at some of my bigger performances. I have electronic marimba that I take with me. Yeah, so I like to fiddle around with a lot of instruments.
think that gives artists, especially singers, an advantage if you're able to play and understand how instruments work?
Definitely. I think also just from like a production perspective, you understand how it works. So you're able to command more, I think, respect and stuff when you go into studio. Definitely gives me a better understanding of how everything works. And I always say people can't tell me nonsense.
Yes.
Because I understand how it works. You can't say, okay, I can't play it this way, I can't do it that way, because I know how you can and can't do it. So I think it does definitely help me.
But now, you know, and this is the thing, like with me, having to explain to my parents, for example, that I was going to go into graphic design. I studied art and design. Was it the same for you? Is, you know, telling your parents that, listen, I want to go and study music. What was the reaction there?
They were really chilled. My mom was my manager because I got offered my first deal when I was 14.
What?
So yeah, so she signed my first deal for me.
With
Sony. Yeah, when I was 14.
To do an album?
Yeah, first it was to write songs for other people. It was as a songwriter.
Yeah.
It was a publishing deal, and then from there, I signed a record deal with another company. And so she was very supportive, but she said to me, okay, cool, if this is what you want to do, you have to learn about the business behind the industry first. So she made me read books about it and, you know, watch documentaries and series and understand. A lot of it was from an American perspective because there was no information in the South African market at the time. So that was her condition.
That's nice, man.
But I think also my mom knew that if she made me do something else, I would be unhappy.
Yes.
I would never, ever be happy.
But like at 14, what are you writing about?
I was writing some deep stuff. I was writing
like about love,
but also like unity and all that like great Oompa Goomba stuff. Yeah.
Do you have an example of that?
I had a song called As One, and that was a song that got me the deal. And I think the lyrics were like, as one we make a difference, as one we change the world.
Come on.
As one we take the first step.
Come on.
Blah, 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 blah. So like I was writing about that kind of generic stuff. And actually I wrote a song called Siyabonga Madiba because when I was like young, the Apartheid Museum came to our school and did like and before that I didn't even know what apartheid was. I went to a boarding school that was like all mixed race. I never really understood like any of that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this actually happened in our country. How is this okay? So I wrote this song called Siyabonga Madiba that was just like a thank you as a kid living in South Africa. And it got sent to the Nelson Mandela Foundation. And a few years later, Grace Michelle spoke at the school and was like, he used to listen to it all the time. And I was like, that's why I wrote music. That's what I loved.
That's amazing.
So for me, it was like just as a kid, what I was inspired by. Even now, it's like what I'm inspired by as an adult.
You seem like quite an assertive person. Like, you know what you want in terms of visuals, in terms of your aesthetic, you know, like you seem like that's it, this is you.
Yeah.
And are you involved in that part of it as well? Or is it just the music?
Definitely. No, I think I'm involved in everything. And it's taken me a long time to get to this point because I think also we're so like brand driven at the moment. Like, how do you look? How do you sell yourself? And I've never been that person. I've always just been like the girl next door. I wear what I like to wear. I do what I like to do. And I think I've had to learn how to turn that into a brand and into a look. And that's been quite a difficult transition for me because I feel like I just want to be who I am. Like sometimes I just want to be pink and sometimes I want to be black. And, you know, so it's been a difficult transition, I think, for me to make into becoming the brand of Holly Rey. And also, you know, being so young and coming into the industry, like I've been trying to discover who I am as a woman while discovering who I am as a brand. And it's been like this amalgamation of things. But I think, yeah, now I am very involved in everything. I know what I want. Also being an independent female artist and running my business and trying to dominate a space where it's male dominated, but also record label dominated. Kind of have to be assertive in everything that I do and precise in the decisions that I make.
Now, before I let you go, I just want to find out from you, what's your dream project? Because you've worked with everybody, like you've collaborated with a lot of people and people don't even know this. Guys, I mean, just search for Holly Rey and see who she's actually working with. What's the one thing that, you know, you're craving to work on?
I think, you know, in 2019, I became the first woman in 20 years to win Song of the Year. And it was such
Brenda Fassie.
Yeah, since Brenda Fassie's Vulindlela. Yeah, and it was exactly 20 years. And it was such a bittersweet moment for me. I was excited to win the award and excited to be the female that breaks that sort of patriarchal cycle, but also really sad because it's not like we haven't had amazing female artists with amazing female songs. So for me, I think my dream project would be an album, an EP, a workshop, something that empowers up-and-coming female artists, where I can pass on what I've learned as an independent female artist and encourage more independent females in the industry, create a safe environment for them to create and create a project that showcases all the talent that we do have as women in the industry. And yeah, leave the doors open behind me as I go through them and as I discover new things. So that's definitely my dream. I've worked, I think, with everyone I've wanted to in South Africa. So for me, it would be about working with up-and-coming female talent and not giving back, but giving my skills back into the industry and what I've learned.
Man, that's so exciting. It's so inspiring. And you know what? I believe you. I really do. And I think this is going to come a lot sooner than all of us think. But if anybody would take on a project like that, Holly would. Did you?
I see what you did.
Did you see what
I see what you did. That was very clever.
That was, but
if
you
no
probably
one
heard
else
that
got
before.
it, it's fine because I got it.
It's fine. Yeah, nobody needs to react to Hollywood. Because I've been sitting here thinking about how to integrate
how to put it
the
in there.
entire time. Like these questions I've been asking you have
I've
just
actually
been
been seeing, like your eyes have been glazing over every time I speak because you've just been thinking about the punchline.
Hollywood. Holly Rey, I'm so excited for your future. I'm so excited for everything that you're going to be putting out and I guess entertaining and informing us with. You're such a wonderful breath of fresh air. And you exude such a wonderful energy. Like you're such a beacon. You know, you want to gravitate towards you and learn from you. So I really do wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Awesome stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one person that is staying in the game, it is Holly Rey. Give it up for her once again. We're still going to try and find like smoke. We'll do animation, something, you know, whatever. We'll do it for you.
Some confetti maybe.
Done. Season 2 of The Lite Show. Watch it now. We gon' be all right. Keep it light.